you know this is true. Certainly they need to hear the word no. They hear it far too often because it's easiest for us. As my grandfather used to say, you are never truly an adult until you consider all the children of the world yours. I know this is true because I have two daughters of my own. I have a 16-year-old and a 12-year-old. I know a few of you are thinking, that guy looks a little old to have kids that young. Actually, it's a very good system. By the time they're old enough for college, I'll be dead. The younger one's named Joy Victoria. Joy because we didn't know her very well at the time. Victoria because my wife loves everything Victorian. My wife pointed out to me that our child was even conceived in our Victorian home. Of course, if my parents thought that way, my name would be Buick. So now I live with 3 women, which ironically was a dream of mine in college. Well, probably the greatest way we can ignite passion in our lives is to realize that life is not a journey that we make by ourselves. It is a world of giving. When you give, you get. That's why we often talk about having mentors. Find a mentor, be a mentor, because when you share, you grow. It is unavoidable. And before I move on to other topics, I would like to share with you something that I gave my daughter many years ago. When she was born, seconds after her birth, I held her in my arms. And perhaps for the first time, I truly thought about all the gifts that had been given to me by those I had known. Certainly, and most importantly, my parents, my grandfather, friends, strangers. Many people have given me gifts to help me enjoy my life. And a few hours later, I went home, and I wrote my daughter a letter that I'm going to give her, I hope, at precisely the right moment in her life. And before we move on, I'd like to share with you a few moments of that letter. It said, "Dear child of mine, as I look into your eyes for the very first time, I cannot begin to understand the emotions that are gushing within my soul. I don't know you at all. How could I? You're 20 minutes old. In an hour, you will live another 3 lifetimes. But already, I love you differently and more deeply than anyone I've ever loved before. I would die for you." Birthdays are about presents, so on this very first birthday, let me give you gifts that will last as long as I live. I give you the gift of freedom. Every moment of your infancy, every moment of your childhood, and certainly every moment of your teenage years, you'll be moving away from me. That's the way it should be. At first, the movements will be so small I won't even notice them, but one day I'll look up, I'll see the distance between us, and I'll wonder why I never saw it before. And it will only continue to grow until that day arrives when, for the first time, you truly walk out of my life. Come back because you want to, not because you have to. I give you the gift of rejoicing in who you are and not who I want you to be. I will remind myself that I'm not raising a mirror, that you're not here to grasp what was beyond my reach. You're not here to complete my unfulfilled dreams. You're not here to live my life again. You are here to celebrate your existence in the way you choose. I give you the gift of me, all of me. In my mind, you'll never be more than a thought away. My ears will hear your whispers and your sighs, your laughter, your cries, your triumphs, and your tragedies. My eyes will try to see the world as you see it, young, exciting, loving. You'll hear my voice even if I cannot speak, teaching you, encouraging you, guiding you, correcting you, reminding you how special you are. My shoulder's there for you to lean on. My arms will always long to hug you, to carry you where you want to go, to hold you back when I know I must, to let you go when I know I should. My hands will pat you on the back, applaud your efforts, nudge you in the direction we both know is true. And hopefully my feet will leave footsteps that you'll want to follow, but won't run after you when you want to leave. And every day you'll give me the gifts of being who you are, doing what you do, living your life the way you choose. Like all gifts, mine are free. You don't owe me anything. But perhaps one day you'll take these gifts, rewrap them in your own special way, and give them to the gleam I now see in your eyes. Dear child of mine, happy birthday. We live in a world of communications.